It's Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we are at the League of California Cities Convention in Long Beach, California. We are joined by none other than Acquanetta Warren. She is the mayor of Fontana. I admit it. I love having her on our program. I admit it.
And I love being here.
Well, we appreciate it. I want to talk about Fontana. I don't want to tell too many people about it because it's such a great place. We don't want people to move there and crowd your city because it really is a gem inside the Inland Empire that is just booming and thriving, and I love your city.
Thank you so much. That's what we like to hear.
Right. So you want to keep your city young and fit and healthy, and tell us about Healthy Fontana.
Well, as many of you are probably already aware,
right.
Healthy Fontana, I'm the founder.
Right.
I struggle with my own weight, 58 pounds since May 26th.
Is that true?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How did you do that, if I may ask? I hope you don't mind me asking.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
exercise and proper eating. And I've joined this great, it's called Camp Transformation, and they have these centers all over the IE.
Wow.
There's one in Redlands and Rancho. I mean, they're everywhere.
Right.
And I've gotten all these great new Facebook friends. And we work out 6 days a week. Every morning, me and my neighbors are there at 6 a.m. And we food prep, and it's carb, protein, and what's the other big food group? But we get three of them: proteins, carbohydrates,
and fruits, vegetables.
No, actually, no.
Because those are too high in carbs.
They're too high in carbs and too high in sugar.
Fiber.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You need fibers.
Right. We need fibers. Well, boy, shame on me not remembering.
Right.
But the bottom line is that it's a lifestyle.
Right.
So it's not a diet. People say, you're on a diet, you're losing weight, your clothes are falling all off you. No, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
And what's nice about what you're doing is you're spreading that message to all of Fontana's residents, including and especially the children.
Right,
because
that's the focus. Because when I first took office, our children's obesity level was way up there.
Right.
We just heard from the county that we're like 41% down. So that's really good.
That's very
And it's
good.
because we're trying to educate our children. And we also have been recognized by the First Lady, Michelle, with those great arms.
Michelle Obama, who has made this her mission during her tenure.
And Let's Move.
Right.
We won the 5 gold medals, and this Saturday, we're walking on our trail. We're going to be doing some hip-hop dancing and having a ball, and I've already challenged the mayor of Rialto.
Sure.
And the city clerk, Barbara McGee. So
we're
going to meet up with Rialto. We're going to come back to the library, and we're just going to talk about healthy lifestyle.
I have to admit, I'm very proud of you, if I can say this, not only for what you just said, but because you are now on the advisory committee of the U.S. Conference of Mayors. That's for real.
That's for real.
That's for real. I mean, look, the League of California Cities is for real.
Oh, my God.
But the U.S. Conference for Mayors is also for real.
And you know, just last week in Oklahoma City, we were hosted by Mitch Cornett. He is the president of the United States Conference of Mayors.
He is mayor of what city?
He is mayor of Oklahoma City.
Oh, so you were there.
Great
Got
town.
it. Okay.
Cornell. He just great town.
Right.
He brought together 26 of us to put together the priority list. Bipartisan group.
Sure.
We're going to walk into that White House.
Whomever's
elected, hopefully get them before they walk in the White House and tell them why cities get it done. So I'm so excited.
I want to talk about one of your top priorities and one of the league's top priorities, which is transportation infrastructure funding.
Right.
You know, I've covered this issue for quite some time. I go to Sacramento often.
Yes.
Are we still in special session on transportation funding?
You know, I think so, but I'll tell you what I found out last week is when we all work together, we can get it done. We know that at the federal level, all they're doing is party fighting.
Right.
That's it. I mean, I'm sorry, some of the congressional people are my bestest friends.
But Dems and Reaps.
Dems and Reaps, but they just can't get past their party.
But what's interesting is in Sacramento, you know, maybe I'm being Pollyanna, but I feel as if they get along okay, the Dems and the Reaps, and they can get stuff done when they need to. But on transportation,
no, everybody,
frozen.
Because that's the area where you keep thinking about what's out your front door. And it's hard when you're so specialized in your area to figure out, maybe we make this regional, we can help everyone.
Right.
And that's why the U.S. Conference of Mayors, bipartisan mayors, have come together and said infrastructure is the #1 priority for the nation. Our bridges, our freeways, our streets. I mean, you know, there are some streets when you get there, if you were blind, you know where you were. It's really deteriorating. I'm serious.
Because you know where you are because of
all the
right, and you
up.
can feel it.
Right. I go to certain cities, and I was Deputy Public Works Director in Upland.
I didn't realize that.
And I used to want to carry asphalt in my purse so I could correct potholes. That was my number one thing when somebody called in about a pothole.
And what's remarkable is when you're the mayor of Fontana or any city, people know that you're maybe at the grocery store, and what are they walking up to you about?
That's the number one issues. I'm tired of fixing my car.
Right.
That kind of thing. But the safety factor, and that's what we talked about.
Right.
If you have a tunnel, people just assume that they're going in a tunnel or they're crossing a bridge, they're safe. Look at the aging that's going on, particularly in California, where Caltrans is so far behind. They're trying. I'm not mad at them. But we need to really push it. I know, but that's not going to help us.
Right.
We got to work with those people.
I want to talk about why you believe that organizations like the U.S. Conference of Mayors, like the League of California Cities, why do you get involved in these regional, statewide, and national organizations?
Because one voice is a voice. All voices coming together gets the attention.
Right.
And that's what U.S. Conference of Mayors has been for me, particularly in my city. And I'll tell you, the League represents all the cities. And at some
over
point,
400.
we always come together on the issue, and we fight to the death to get it done.
And I must tell you, when we talk about transportation, it really was, in my humble opinion, Chris McKenzie, the executive director of this organization, that pushed transportation funding to the forefront of the conversation. I remember at the beginning of 2015, when Sacramento went back into session, he was the one that brought this up. And then all of a sudden, it was on everyone's mind, and everyone was talking about it.
And they just assume because we can get the Tiger grants and all the federal help, that's all they have to do. And that's not the case. We are, as cities, having to fight for the things that we already have, like CDBG on a national level
Those are
has been
grants.
cut down so badly. It's impacting our communities. But when you're in a city and everything, maybe you have your freeway interchanges, maybe your freeway is cool for you, you're okay. It's hard for you to recognize that you need to do it regionally.
Right.
Because everybody just doesn't stay in their town. They move around.
But Fontana in San Bernardino County?
We're in San Bernardino County.
And Sandbag
has been instrumental in really assisting our efforts. And we sit on those boards and we want to do more. But we've got to help those agencies.
Right.
That's why the League, U.S. Conference of Mayors, and all of these groups where cities come together with one mission is making a difference.
What do you hope to learn at this convention this year? I mean, are you hoping to meet with the mayor of this city or that city or certain
I am
breakout?
networking. You should have seen me last night.
I can only
I'm
imagine.
The Pied Piper.
You are.
What are y'all doing? What are you doing? Let's do it together,
And what have you learned?
So far, I've learned that we all need the state to recognize that cities get it done, listen to us, remember where you came from, and help us. Because you get up there, you jump off that plane, and you're in a whole different arena.
In Sacramento?
In Sacramento. But we're the ones on the ground making it happen. And we love the proclamations that you show up with. And we want you to continue to do that. Don't get mad and say, oh my God, she's down in my proclamations. But we need you to advocate in our behalf. And we have great legislators, representing us. We've got Freddie Rodriguez.
Sure.
I love Freddie.
Connie Leva.
We got Connie Leva. Oh, my God. And, Cheryl Brown's our favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl is the one that'll call me late at night and tell me, you better read something.
You'll come back?
I'll come back.
She is Acquanetta Warren. She is the mayor of Fontana, coming to you from the League of California Cities Convention. Brad Pomerance, Charter Local Edition.